I'm Coop. This is Nerf Chat, a new series that me and Ice and I are launching. This is discussing random things in Nerf. Today's show, or episode, whatever you'd like to call it, is covering Nerf magazines, pros and cons of each of them. To outsiders, this is just going to be a bunch of nerds overanalyzing this way too far. That's completely acceptable, you can think that. But to people who played Nerf a lot, this actually is important. I'm Coop. You're on my channel. You should know who I am. This is Ice, UN13. You can introduce yourself.
So as Coop just said, I'm Ice everywhere else online except YouTube. I'm UN13. My channel link will be in the description if you want to check out the other videos. Some will be on my channel, some will be on his channel. But we're starting on his channel, so go ahead.
Alrighty, so we're going to go over all of the magazines, not really chronological, mostly capacity in order, going over pros and cons of each of them because we both have personal favorites on what magazines we like the best, but there are obviously pros and cons to every one, or Nerf would not make them. You can always just interject any comments if I hover over anything. First one is 6-round standard magazine. These were the first in-strike mags that came in a long shot many years ago. These are commonly regarded as useless, and that's pretty much accurate. They only hold 6 rounds. Mm-hmm. They're small, so if you have a lightweight rig or something, go for it. But they only hold 6 rounds. They're cheap as balls too, since nobody wants them, so people will sell them for like 50 cents each. Because I have like 15 of these that I don't want. I don't bother selling them. Do you have any comments on that?
Yeah, the only well, obviously this was the birthplace of the magazine-fed blaster with the long shot, and for 2 years. The long shot was the only magazine-fed blaster in the N-Strike series before the Recon came out. But really now the only reason for this mag, I still carry one when I Nerf if I'm using a magazine blaster in like, if I'm wearing cargo pants, it'll be in a cargo pants pocket. Or if I have, you know, a strap on something, I'll put it to the strap just because
strap on.
It's, oh, you're funny.
Just
it's super easy to carry because it doesn't take up any space and it's super light. That's the only pro to it.
Yeah, just a few extra emergency shots. Next one, 12 round. I don't think there's any in between. This was in the Retaliator. 12 rounds is awesome because it's in between 6 and 18 and it's still a straight mag. Not really comments. It's really just in between 6 and 18. Obviously, like not.
Mm-hmm. And I think one of the nice parts about this, if I'm just throw a blaster in here real quick, the size is a little less awkward than an 18 shot mag. If I can borrow one of those. The size of an 18 shot mag, if you're going for aesthetics, is it's quite demanding.
It's weird.
Yeah. Whereas the size of a 12 shot mag, obviously it's in the middle, and it's a little more pleasant just to look at. And if you're going for purely aesthetics, that's why you choose a 12.
But they hold fewer than the 18 rounds, so that's going to be the con, and they're a lot harder to find than the 18 rounds because a lot of people buy Stampedes and don't like these, so you could buy them all over the place. You can go to any retailer and they'll sell these individually, or the little Firefly ones, which we'll go over. So I personally don't like these because I don't see a point in them. They're more expensive to acquire because not many people have them. You have to buy a Retaliator to acquire them. Mm-hmm. But the size is convenient. And 18 round, this is going to be a long video. 18, personal favorite. I absolutely love these. This is my HVZ rig. This is a duct tape holster with a strap on. I like these because they're super high capacity. Not as high capacity as a Raider drum, 35 rounds, but it's super low profile as well. I mean, they're obnoxiously lengthy, giggity, but they are low profile so they can hug your body and not get in the way like drums do. Opinions on these?
The 18 shot mag I do really like as well, and I'll show you personally, I have a rig for them that I'll display later in the video when we're going over our opinions.
Strap on.
But I'd have to agree this is the most practical of the mags if you're using it for any extended period of time. Drums are really nice, and we'll go over that when we're there. But if you're planning on HVZ or actually nerfing and carrying these around all day, these are a lot easier to carry than a drum mag, and 2 of these together is the same capacity or more as a single drum mag. So these just make a lot more sense.
In higher quantities. If you only need 1 mag, or you have your whole basement to leave mags everywhere, drums are great, which we'll get to. This is a variation of the Stampede. It's not really a Stampede mag, it's just an 18-round stick. This is a Firefly thing. This actually has the batteries in it. I personally hate these because they're heavy as shit. I don't know if I should bleep that. I don't really. But they're super heavy and also super bulky because that's like twice as wide, so you can only carry half of them on the same space. And if you do what I did in my I forget what I call this silly. This is why I don't name
Straight
stuff. There we go. I did a DIY Firefly tech, so now my Firefly tech is in the gun rather than in the mag, so you don't have to do this obnoxious crap. Opinions on this?
We're actually split opinions on this because I actually really like this. I like things that are bulky if they're bulky in a way that's sleek. If this was
It contradicts itself.
no, it doesn't because it's adding length, yes, but it's not an undetailed box. It has nice curves to it. I think it's aesthetically really nice looking, and if you put it into a blaster that sort of complements it. The Strife, for instance, because this is just the blaster that's right here, has all sorts of weird contours on it, and this mag kind of matches up with it. But if you were to put it in something like a long shot that is, rather flat, this adds quite a significant aesthetic boost to it because it's like, look at this, it has all weird dynamics, and I like things that are not bilinear. I like them like the Strife where one side looks totally different than the other, which is another reason that I really like this. So it's just, this actually I do disagree on. I really like the way these look.
Well, I go for function over the pretty
I
opinions.
don't.
So, the next one in our list, at least, is the 25 round drum, which comes in the Rampage, the Elite Rampage. A nice twist between the Alpha Trooper 18 round drum, which I don't like that at all, but I don't actually have one on hand. A low cap drum mag, which is still bulky like a Raider drum, but it holds less. I don't like these. I think they're cool if you only have one mag and it has a lot of capacity, but if you want a bunch of the same mags for the sake of a rig, again, hard to acquire, just like the 12 round mags and the Firefly thingies.
That I'd have to agree with. I do like the aesthetics of it more than the Raider drum, though. That it's centered is kind of nice because with a Raider drum, if you're using it in anything other than a Raider, it looks weird, and you have to do the mod where you can put it in either side, because if you are left-handed, it's going to get in the way, or if you're right-handed, in some blasters, it gets in the way of your arm if it's sweeping this way, because that's normally where your arm would be. Just didn't make a lot of sense. So this fixes that problem. So for that reason, I do like it, and I do think it's nice looking and it's functional. But I would still take two 18 mags over a single 25 or 35 shot mag.
Yeah, I agree with that. We don't have a 35 round drum on hand because I think I sold it with one of my guns previously, or I just lost it. But it's the same thing, from my opinion at least. The 35 round drum, it's great if you only have one mag, or if you're in a basement where you don't need to carry all your stuff. But if you play HVZ or you're outside moving, drums are simply impractical because it's annoying to rig them up. I have one of these guys. That's a long shot stock cut down. This is really sloppy. I made this years ago. That actually holds, I don't remember which way, it holds a mag, and then there's a belt loop, so it will be suspended by your belt. But even with that, it's just obnoxious. It flaps around, and it's just annoying.
I don't totally agree with that.
Yeah, drums they're awesome in theory, but unless you only have one of them, or you're just like, you enjoy moving incredibly slowly, there's no reason whatsoever. So I think
opinions?
Personal opinions? Do you want to go first? Or?
Sure. I did a rig over here, which I just did really fast. It's just E-tape. If I were to do this over again and like actually practically use it, it would just be hot glue or another form of solvent weld on the inside, so it would be a little cleaner. But this is exactly what it looks like. It's just three 18 mags glued together. And the reason this is really great is because it's higher capacity than a drum or a single 18 mag, and it's super easy to switch around, and you get a reload that's really fast, and it's easy to carry. So if you were to be HVZ all day long, shut up, my thing is sticky. If you were to do HVZ all day long, when you need something like this, and it actually does matter on placement on your body, this is super convenient because this could be the only mag that you would carry, and that'd be totally fine. Because you'd have 18, 18, and 18 is 40, 52, it's 56, whatever. You have a lot of shots, and it's super easy to carry. So this is obviously the 18 mag would be my favorite, and in this form.
My opinion is similar. I prefer Stampede mags, but I like solo sticks just because I don't want the bulk of that on my gun. I have this thing, I just explained that. This holds 6, so I have 6 and then 1 in the blaster, or 2 in the blaster if you have an awesome dummy magwell in the back. And I'll be running with 2 of these guys in there. I'm not going to put them in. This is my favorite because it's super low profile. It hugs my body, and that's also what I mean by low profile. It's very close to me. Drums are wicked bulky. I have massive capacity. So that's my opinion, and that's what I run with. I've done that before, and I'll do it in the future. Can't see myself changing. And I've purchased Stampedes simply for these mags because when they go on sale on Amazon, they're $26 shipped with Amazon Prime. I don't even care about the Stampede. I get 3 mags for $26 shipped, and that's all I care about. And then I get a free Stampede and some darts as well. So that's a nice ending there. I refuse to edit this. This is just going to go straight through. Raw footage.
That'll be fun. All right, stay tuned for episode 2. We'll have some sort of playlist that we throw all these in.
We'll figure it out, or a description box for more information. So that's our opinions. We didn't want to say this is the best one. We just wanted to say these are what we use. We've been nerfing for way too long.
No such thing.
Yeah. That's a good point. And I know this will be overanalyzing this stuff in most people's perspective, but I know there are some people out here just that want our opinions on weird stuff like this. So that's the purpose. So that's the purpose. So that's the purpose of Nerf chat. That looked like a Hitler salute. I'm sorry. So that's the purpose.
You could always try mine.
No, I was just flicking my hand out there, and it's just
Don't worry about
I'm
it.
not a Nazi.
All right, we'll see you guys next
Let's
video.
end on that.
He's all over the place right now. So I'll do the exit. You can stop watching this now.
Strap on.